Please explain theologically and or personally why we at Woodland don't publicly pay respects to fallen soldiers on Memorial Day or to veterans on Veterans Day, or pray for or support our troops in any public way. And in answering this, please don't portray I or others who share this concern as making an idol of nationalism.
Okay. Well, here, the reason why we at Woodland Hills Church don't make anything special of Veterans Day or of any national holiday, 4th of July, why we don't have flags in the church, is because we have a strong conviction that what we're to be about as followers of Jesus is the kingdom that's not of this world. The kingdom that Jesus established with his life, ministry, death, and resurrection. And our one job, the one thing we're to rally around, is to come together and grow in that and be used as a vehicle to expand that kingdom in this world. That's our one job, the one thing we're to rally around. Everything else can be a distraction, and it can become an idol if we're not careful, to doing that, to doing that message, if we bring that in here. Okay? In terms of the kingdom, it shouldn't make any difference whether you are American or Iranian or Afghanis or Russian or whatever. Just like it shouldn't make any difference whether you're white or black or Native American or whatever. And it shouldn't make any difference whether you're Democrat or Republican or Libertarian or, yes, even communist. Because all that is about that out there. It doesn't mean that all that out there is bad. Doesn't mean it's not noble and honorable. Doesn't mean you shouldn't, respect it and whatever. But it does mean that that's not part of what we're called to rally around. And the power of the kingdom, we believe, is found in its uniqueness, how it is different from everything else. Because as opposed to everything else, however good and noble it might be, the kingdom always looks like Jesus. And the goal of life for the follower of Jesus is to individually and collectively look like Jesus, serve like Jesus, love like Jesus, sacrifice like Jesus. And the minute we start getting anything else in there, and history, if it shows anything, it shows this, we start polluting that and damaging that. It's fine for nations to recognize their warriors and to celebrate military victories and other things that they think are noble and good and admirable in their culture, whether it's American or Iran or whatever. That's what citizens do, and I have no stance on that. If you want to do that, that's fine. But that's not what we rally around. Because in the kingdom, whether you think this war should or shouldn't have been fought, or whether this politician should have won or not, that should not matter at all. What matters is that we rally around Jesus Christ, and it's so important that we keep him center and don't let anything else, especially given the history of the fusion of these things in America, but also throughout church history, given that history and given how thoroughly permeated and fused people's understanding of the Christian faith is with America and all the other, governmental policies and wars and politics, it's so fused that we have got to now make a complete separation to be clear on what it is that is the center of our being and what we're called to do and how we're called to live individually and collectively.